humble. But not humble, but humble. No electricity, nothing, no good road network, no phone. You can't make call, we can't call city. That is where we are. And when I finished school, I didn't want to go back to meet my parents in that village. I don't want to live with them there. But I know that we have a lot of farmers. And because he's a pastor in a rural environment, he has earned a lot of credibility from, because it's a Muslim-dominated area in the northern part of the country. So he has earned the credibility of the people there, that this man is a pastor. Definitely, whatsoever comes from the pastor, even his child, you also the what? With the credible. So I came to the city. We registered. I registered in the company. I didn't register. I was using the first day I had my first straw of maize, of corn. I don't have company account number. I don't have anything. I just thought that when you just get to funds, I just thought that it's my own. They will collect and they will ask for my first bank and they will just tell who spend. When I got to the company and they said that is a Nigeria flour mill, they said, Mr. Man, where are your documents so that we'll be able to receive your truck? I said, what documents are? You need some documents. We will stamp them. We will write we have your information, everything. So I don't know. So I had to use another person's phone. The father of blessed memory. I had to use the copy. You know, I took it there and said, sir, this is Miguel. He says, please, engineering company. There is no mess on the everything about the way bill, the invoice, the road engineering company. Address. What? This is maze. This is engineer. I said, don't worry, it's an arm of the company. We are just opening. We are just starting. But I couldn't get my money on time when they sent money to that account. So I had to sit down and get a name for myself. That was when I joined my name together. Temitope John Temitope at JOTEM. And I registered. So I began. And that is how I began to supply. Means from there I moved to other agricultural products or produce, soya beans. From there we have cashew nuts. From there we do shea nuts. From there we do a guinea corn, okababa. We do guinea corn. So, and that is what we do, but it's not for small local women in Bodija market. It is for what? For big companies, industries that need them in large quantity, or exporters that want to export with containers. So what am I saying? You need to look for a problem that you are going to solve. Problem is a pain in the ass of people. Problem is a challenge. Problem is something that is giving people stress. You need to look around. What is the problem around? And the next formula is solution. After you have identified any problem, the next thing is solution. There was a problem in Egypt, if you remember. And Joseph saw the solution. Am I correct? Yes. Because when he stood before the king, the Bible says he told the king what they will do. He brought the solution. Many of us have good ideas, but they stop in our head as solution. Please don't let it stop in your head. Anything you can sit and imagine, it can come to pass. Everything you can imagine with your head, in your mind, it can come to pass. So don't say, this thing is too big. And I want to say something. Your dream must be bigger than you. If your dream is not bigger than you, all you need is yourself to achieve that dream, then there is a problem. You don't have a dream. You don't have a vision. You need to dream to the extent that you will come and say, I want to see Reverend. I need the Reverend to help me call the former vice president of this nation, to help me call somebody that knows somebody. That is when we have a vision. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
Our vision must be bigger than us. It is not about just comfort. It is about blessing life and creating influence and legacy around. And that is the beauty of an entrepreneur.
You are able to create legacy. You are able to help people around you. Because it is somebody that is filled that will think of the next person that has not eaten. Am I correct?
Yes.
If you have not eaten and someone is asking for money, you tell the person, I myself have not eaten. So it is about solution. What is the solution you want to solve? I mean, what is the solution you are bringing to the table? A solution is your response to the problem. A solution can be a product. A solution can be a service. It could be technology. It could be a business model. It could be AI. And a new idea. But really, there are no new things. You just improve on what people do. I made a research concerning the present business we are doing, the agro-commodity. I discovered, the first people that started this commodity trading in this country, they are Bodija women. You can research it. Bodija here. They started. You know what they do? In those days, they go to rural area. Like this Bedford. They use wood. In those cases, they used to sit on top. Yeah. They will buy a rubo. They will buy maize. They will be going to all these local rural areas. They will be carrying them. Gather one bag here, gather. They will not bring them to Bodija. That is why when you get to Bodija, you will see them put a pan outside and they will put yam flour there. They have a lot in their store. They are the ones that started. So when these companies were coming up, they needed raw material to run operation. The maize I will supply is what they use for semo. Anytime they open semo at home and they see weevils there, my wife will say, "Agbayote ta fun golden penny niyan. Etiri takuta te ta fun. Have you seen the rubbish you sold? Etiri weevils niyan." The soya beans that we sell to the companies, what they use for oil, golden penny oil, king's oil, Terra oil, and the likes. They are the ones they use for feed, animal feed. Do you know that nothing wastes in all these agricultural produce? Nothing wastes in soya beans, nothing wastes in maize, nothing wastes in cashew nuts. There is a company that processes cashew in Issachar. You might have a cashew farm in Ogbomoso or anywhere. Go and sit down there, harvest it, you yourself, you take it to the company. Look for a solution to a prevailing problem within an environment and try to bring it to fruition. So the quality of your solution determines the value you create. People don't pay for your ideas. People pay for solution. Reverend Samson Ajetumobi will say, nobody will reward for the problem you cause. But the problem you want, he says it almost every Sunday. People will not pay you for the ideas you have in your head, though. They will pay you for the solution you bring to the table, the value you create. And I'm driving somewhere. And just as I said, you remember Joseph, he solved the problem of Egypt. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Because when he brought the idea, the king said, who else will do it? Who else? You go execute it now. So they are the famine. But there was a solution. And they need to now go through a process to bring it to fruition. So, and after solution is what we call value. I'm giving you the formula. When you sit down, you can sit down. Me, I do it too. When I started, and that was what helped me to start. In that my room, I would sit on the chair and I would write the problem, write the solution. The next point is value. Value. It might look similar to solution, but they are different. Value is positive difference your solution brings. There are solutions that bring negative. There are solutions or ideas that bring negative solution. You just this is not what we wanted though. We mixed rice and beans to give us rice and beans that we can eat. But when we finished mixing the rice and beans, we discovered that the rice was not done, or the rice that was mixed with the beans, the rice was cooked, the beans was not cooked. Will you be able to eat it?
No.
The problem here is that you are hungry. The solution is rice and beans. But the rice and beans, one was cooked, the other was not cooked. It is not a positive solution. Until the person is able to eat rice and get what? Satisfied. Satisfaction derived from the solution is value. And it is the reason people are willing to trust you. It is the reason why people are ready to recommend you. It is the reason why people are ready to invest in your business.
What value do you take? Nobody is in an answer, sir. Every man created by God has something to give that any other person does not have. No matter how strong a man can be.
Samson was very, very strong. The day he became blind, when they removed his eyes, he needed somebody to lead him to the walls of the temple. Am I correct, sir? Pastor? As strong as well, he needed, so the person was not as strong as him, but he needed somebody. Everybody has value. So value is the benefit that your customer will receive from you. And I want to sit on value. Value comes in two ways. Products and value. Products and service. Value, products and service. The business you are running currently, can we analyze, is it product or is it service? What product, sir? You. Who is running a business? What product, sir?
Design. What type of
You have a one, castles, smoke, those. That is a product. Who runs a service business here, sir? It's a service business. And also it can be a product. But it's a service business. Value stands on these two legs. You need to be able to analyze what you are doing. For me, I do service and I do products. The agricultural produce, either maize, either soya beans, either cashew, either dinico, either shea nuts. No shea nut now. They use it for shea butter. Ori. Have you heard of ori before? You have entered the season. This is the season for shea nuts. They are products. But the model that runs the business is service. So our charges come from service. You have a very big cashew farm in Ogbomoso. You have about 20,000 hectares and you have harvested and you need market. We will take market for you. You can call us and tell us, I have cashew. What is your price? We give you a big price. We give you the company's price. And we then know this letting on to make us the that. We take it from you and we direct it to the company where it's going to obtain. So we have positioned ourselves in almost all the major companies. If a new company comes to town spray, I will know. All the companies that use soya beans to produce vegetable oil, from here to Lagos to Ogun State, I know all of them. So, you know your product. When you bring it to us, we collect our own service charge, which is commission. So, and you are already aware, before we sell to the company, when you called us, you already know that this is how we run it. This is what we are going to remove. So it is not difficult. The only just give it to us and you can trust us. We don't have anything to give you. When you are giving us your product, we don't have money that I'm buying. I can't buy from you. I don't have the money. A truck of a truck of soya beans now is it 70 million? That would be 30 tons times 700. Whatever you get, I don't know. 21. That is the truck. I don't have that. So imagine in a year we have average of 1,000 trucks that will supply to the company. Average. Figures is bad. Average. That is the benchmark. 1,000. So multiplying 1,000 trucks by 21 by 700. And now you know the price fluctuates. It fluctuates. So value. You need to know the value you are bringing to the table. You write it down. Bread. When someone is hungry now, and the person says, I want to eat bread, what does it do? Satisfy what? Hunger. So the one there is satisfaction for hunger. It satisfies your hunger. And there will be convenience. It nourishes the body. That is the value. It's the value, right? You see, some people will tell you that, my startup, the money I'm making from it is small. You know, it is not about the money you are making from it. It is the value that is on it that is not. The bigger your value, the more the money. Don't know. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So some say, the business I'm doing, I'm selling popcorn. And it's 20 naira, it's 30 naira. It's not about the 30 naira in the popcorn, but the value. If you take the same bottle water, how much is this bottle water on the street? 200. If you get to some hotel, they sell this bottle water 500. Do you agree with me? I say 500. Some sell it 5,000. I've bought this bottle water before in Lagos, 3,000. If you go to Marriott hotel, some of those, this is expensive. This same bottle water that you buy on the street in traffic is value. Oh, move me. So you also need to attach value to whatever you are doing. What is the value? In a plane, there are maybe 2 or 3 sets of people, sir. With people in the economy, people in what? Business class. You in the economy, you are not eating what people in the business class are eating, no. Even the way they made your chair, your sitting arrangement is not the same thing. One is more convenient, more comforting. It will comfort them. You can sleep. You can even shower. And that is why that value is what you bring. And they are not paying the same amount. In fact, many other is more than double. 100% is more than what the person in the economy has paid. So it's the value you look for. And that is why I said the soul of money is value. The moment you get the soul of money, you are able to stab it. What I'm saying is, it looks spiritual and it is physical. It is that soul that you need to, as the engineer said, money is tripartite. It has a spirit, it has a soul, and it has a body. Money is like you, money is like me. The body is the currency. Naira, dollar, Kenya shillings, whatsoever you have. Depending on the border, the environment you are trading with it. But the soul of the money itself is the value. And you see, many people run after the body. And you know the Bible says, fear someone that can kill the
soul.
And not the soul and the what?
And the body.
So some people think if I get the body, if I get dollar or naira, I will be fine. No. Look for the soul of the money. And the soul of money lies with value. Is defined, is surrounded, is encapsulated in value. So it is value that runs everything. Mobile banking. Have you ever imagined mobile banking? Just imagine before we had a mobile banking or a mobile app. All of us want to send money. And all of us are queuing in the bank. We waste our time. We waste our energy. We waste resources. Business will suffer. But somebody sat down somewhere, developed an app. At real time, we transfer money here You don't need to travel by flight to UK to go and pay your school fees. The person there will receive it. That is value. We need to look for value.
What will make people more consumer? Because that people are not buying the product itself, but they are buying the outcome it delivers, which is value. Value is solving problem. Just as I said, you remove people's challenge, you remove people's problem, you remove their pain. The place where there is no light, no power supply, and there is solar panel, what has it caused? It has brought solution.
So everything around you now, what you are thinking about is solutions, because some people will be thinking, where do I start from? And whatever you are doing now and you feel it is too small, whatsoever you are getting from it is too small, then you need to look for something with higher value. When he was speaking about fish, before I settled with soya beans, I've done 8 different things. I've sold 8 different things before. Immediately I graduated, I served in Kogi State. I went back to that place because River Niger passes through me the ground. Here I serve. So we have fishes, dry nuts. So I went back there. I will buy them and foreign rice, local rice. I will bring them down to my state, not Ibadan. I will go and destone the rice. I will now sell the fish. It was from their place I met an half-caste. I went for a program like this. I met an half-caste, and he has a farm in Ijebu-Ode here. And every single Tuesday in this world, unless no flight to UK, he exports to UK every single Tuesday. Excuse me, what does he export? Vegetables. It was a program like this. They said we should pay 25,000, and I have all the fish. The money I saved during my NYC was what I used to start my fish business. All the money I counted was 25,000. I gave them that I want to go for the seminar. It was in that seminar the man noticed that this guy has passion. I want to see you in my farm. So I went to meet him. He told me that what can you add to my export business? He's already exporting 12 products, and they are all vegetables. Ugu, shoko, gure, tete, bitter leaf, ewedu, ira. Was exporting all this in fresh, not dry ones, with cooling van. The van will be working until the flight is ready. When it's ready, they transfer, the flight takes off. As it is landing in UK, there are people already on ground. It is in cartons. And they are in nylon, sealed. I now ask him, how did you discover how a leaf can stay for certain hours and it will not wither? And it is not in open container, it is inside nylon, sealed. He told me that he brought together some professors within Nigeria and outside the country to sit down and get a formula for him on how, a pattern for him to keep his vegetables fresh. Excuse me, what is he going to pay those professors? You say, his value.
And is he also not making money? Yes. That's why I say you are the solution to this nation. Whatsoever you are doing, I started the company without 1 naira. I used 25,000 to register, to open an account as an opening balance. I went to Zenith here, Olororo here, beside the church here. They told me that I need to bring a referee. Is it referee? There will be witnesses that have current accounts. I don't have anybody in my family, nobody. So I left the place. I went back to FCMB in UAT. So I met a guy called Steven. And the guy said, I said, I don't have, I'm a student, but I want to open company accounts. I said I should not worry. He was one that did everything, that knows how to do it. He now said that I should go and bring 25,000 as opening balance. Then
The stipend I was collecting from my parents from home was 10,000 naira. As a upkeep to go to UI, my first and my losing to UI, my wallet to cook and keep myself for the month. I don't have 25,000. I had a neighbor too in biochemistry. She saved her school fees with me. Her father has already paid in advance, and it was not yet time. Is it the second semester for masters? So 100,000. I took 25 without telling her. I took 25,000 naira from me. I deposited in the bank. Immediately I deposited, they removed several charges, token, check, everything. I said, I thought that the money will be there. That the day that she requests for the money, I will. They've removed. I just want deduction. I said, That was how I started. Got my first truck. Is it 2 million? Maize that time. Maize was 60 naira. Never neglect your small beginning. Maize today, the maize we offloaded yesterday was 330 naira per kilo. When I started, maize was 60 naira per kilo. When they transferred the money into my account, First Bank in UI First Gate there, they held me for the whole day before they could release the money. Because owó tó ti gba no account mi kọjá, the money that has passed through my account before, maybe no more than 200,000, 100,000. They said, who owns this money? Where is it going to? Because it is not a corporate account. It is a personal account. I use somebody's account. So they said, who owns the money? I filled the form. I said for business. I started giving them proof. I sold maize to whose? I said this person. This is the evidence. This is the weight of the truck. This is the... It was later in the evening when they wanted to close. They gave me access because I need to send the money back to the farmer that gave me the goods. And that was what provoked me that I should go and open my own company. So you don't need money. Just start. You don't need to be well prepared until branding. I will do big board. Immediately you leave the church so that all the members can say, I will run a very big board. No. It is maybe if you are big already. If you are, maybe you want to expand or you are coming to the environment new. But if you are just starting, no need all those things. It is now that I am focusing on branding. I'm just doing my business silently. In this country, there is money silently. People make money silently. Just look for value you can add to anything you are doing. If you don't need to sell to 1,000 people. You just need to sell to 10 people. If you are selling to 1,000 people and you are making one naira from them, when you sell to 1,000 people, how much have you made?
Nothing.
But what if you are selling to one person and you are making from that person 15 naira? Or you sell to 10 people, or you sell to 100 people and you are making 50 naira, how much have you made? You limit it. Because the population will stress you. But value, if you go to business class, sir, so it doesn't look like the economy, sir. I know I have seen your pictures. It's not like economy. It's not like Dubai market where everybody, you see very few people. Very, very few people. You don't need to just serve everybody because you will drain yourself too much. So just as I said, don't forget credibility. Please have integrity. A good name. The Bible says a good name is better than what? A good name is better. Do you have any question now? Are you enjoying my story or I should stop?
Yeah, we are.
Are you learning anything?
Yes, sir.
I just feel provoked that I should share. I have some things I prepared to speak on. But I just feel that I should share with you guys my own personal experience. Immediately I supplied Ajala, CHI, the first truck. I needed to supply more. So I don't have. And it's only one customer that I had. So I remember there was a rich man in my dad's church that is into oil and gas. But they closed border around that time. So, and they were looking for them because they export petrol, diesel to Benin Republic, Niger, and the likes. So I called him on phone, sir, I want you to invest in my company. He said, who is me? I said, John, are you not supposed to be in UI? Why are you calling me? I said, sir, I'm in school, sir. But I started a company and I think I want you to invest. He told me, you don't know what you are saying. He hung up the call. I called him again. He didn't pick. So I left him that day. The next day, I prayed. After 2 days or so, I called him again. I said, sir, now that the government has banned the exportation of petrol, of diesel, I think you need to look at another area where you can invest. And I think it is agro-commodity business. He said, I don't know anything about it. I said, sir, you can confirm from this person. He has given me 1 truck and I've paid him his money. You can confirm from this person. He gave me 2 trucks. I've paid him his money. He said, are you sure? He didn't tell me anything. He hung up. So he called one of them and said, the maize you loaded yesterday, those big long trailers, where did you take them to? It's John, oh. I gave it to John. That's how he called back. He said, he's interested. That but he cannot give me the money. He has to give it to that person that gave me 1 truck. He will be the one to supply me, then I'll be paying to him. That he won't be able to monitor me. And that was how we started. Someone that couldn't trust me then, he later trusted me that 300 million, he can give it to me. He will not look back. 3 months, 6 months. But when I started, I didn't look like it. So that's why your foundation, don't neglect it. Your name is very important. Little things. I've lost money. That if I'm to base it on business, I said, no, it's business you have done. Forget about it. But I wanted to keep the relationship. I would decide to suffer it. I started a microfinance bank in Bodija here. When I was in UI, we would give all the women in Bodija market, we would give them 20,000 every month. Every day, we have a collector that will go and be taking the money from them. So they will collect it from them every day, 1,000. And they will collect it for 23 days. We're giving them 20,000. In 23 days, we will receive back 23,000. So we have, on every 20,000, there's 3,000. What percentage is that? They took my money and run away. So all the money, I don't have any money. I was running my house. I called my friends. Some of them are working in bank. I said, I have business idea. We'll be like that in the microfinance bank there after church. I said, we'll be like that. Don't worry. The woman I used to head it, I met her in UI. And the minute she discovered there are gaps. Things I know now, I don't know then. But this guy is a student. I was scared. I don't want my lecturers to know. I don't want people. I need a woman that is credible. That she did everything. After the woman took 4.5 million, ran away. We go to Yagoku to arrest her. She brought 2 sons. She gave me only 150,000. Till today, I've not had. The people that gave me that money, I had to repay them back. So ask me, how did I pay them back? When I started this current business I'm doing, I had to sort them out. Credibility, integrity. Imagine those kind of people tomorrow, would they not want to do business with you? Credibility is very important. Don't forget it. And I said something, I just remembered now. Mentor. Please get yourself a mentor. Mentor is not your friend, though. It's not your age mate, though. Somebody older than you, somebody more experienced than you, somebody probably in that field or in another field that have gone far. Submit to them. There are people I submit to that even if I want to buy a car in my family, I have to snap and send to them, inform them, sir, I want to buy a car as a mentor. Do you think it's good for me? I remember when I wanted to buy a car, the car I like, because of the back, I love that car, and I didn't know it was V6. So When we got here, I wanted to be, it's cheap, it's okay. I call my mentor, I said, I'm here. So you have video call, send the pictures to me. This VC, so you can't buy it. I said, no, sir, this is one that I like. I said, you can't buy. How many vehicles do I have? I said, 4. All of them are 4 plugs. They are V4, they are all 4 plugs. You can't buy V6. You are just starting up. That is the role of a mentor. My mentor, I was in deep mess in my business one day. He was passing through Ibadan, and he told me he's in a particular hotel. I should come and meet him. And when he said, how is business, how is everything, just told me. I told him, it's not okay. I wish I have so amount. That day, he gave me that amount that I should go and use it. What mentors do is that they pick your hand. You have already climbed the ladder, and you are behind them, and you are down the ladder. They will pick you up. There are credibilities. There are they will use their name to open doors for you. Are you with me? They will use their name to do what? To open doors for you. I said, Dangote shares, they are already selling it now. It's private placement they are doing. Our company was able to buy because of mentorship. And it has not been listed. We are all in the same market, but we are not. We are playing in the same market, but we are not the same. Mentorship is very important. There are doors that Reverend will open that you cannot open. Even if you are going to open it, it will take you years. It's just a call. It's just a share. Bí Reverend amúhàdẹ lọ́mọ kan tó dẹ̀ ní kínní. Màá ní kó wá rí yín. Door ti open yẹn o. Your next phase in life is the next person, is the network, is the relationship. Please, mentors. Get a mentor. If you are going business as an entrepreneur, get a mentor who is an entrepreneur, who is a leader, who knows what he's doing, not a mentor that doesn't know where he or she is going. Work with people that are far ahead of you, more experienced than you. They'll be able to help you. And you know that at the tail end of entrepreneurship, we have what we call influence. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
We make influence. We make influence. We begin to connect with people. We begin to enter rooms. You begin to enter rooms that you are not supposed to be. When you are entering room, and immediately you enter, they are talking about what you have made. You are not supposed to be there. You need to be in a room. There they will be talking about what you have not made. So when you enter a room now, and they are talking about 1 million, you now look at yourself, and you are already trading, you are already playing by the and everything. Yeah, they are there to adapt. Look up, since here you remember them talking about 500 million, 50 million. Those are people you need to work with. Because what happens is that our mind works with pictures, image. What you have never imagined or you have never seen, you can never even think of it. Yorùbá people have an adage. Ẹni tí ò dé oko ẹlòmíì ló ní oko bàbá òun ló ṣe kí ni ló tóbi jù. You have not been to another person's farm. It is only your father's farm that you have ever been to, and you said that is the biggest farm in the world. You need to go out and that it is influence. So influence is the reward for a consistent value created. Influence is the reward for consistent value created. Question, right? Influence cannot be purchased. It must be earned. People follow those who continually solve problems and not ordinary problem. Please put there meaningful problem. People will follow those that solve real problem. So the question is, what problem are you solving? If you are in food business, no AI is going to take food from you. know where the AI is coming from. The only thing that can take food business from is if God rains manna from heaven every day, like He did for children of Israel. Then people will leave fish and they will focus on the manna. There are industries or sectors you enter, you will not. There are industries we are operating that when AI comes, in the next 24 years, you won't be talking about them again. All these graphic designers just design. The only thing you know how to do is just to design flyer for people. People now can prompt AI and it will do it for them. You're out of business. Eh? Update yourself. Information is information is money. If you know what Dangote knew, you will give where he is and you will take the same action. Anybody that you see great today, it is information. The gap between all of us is information. If you have the right tool and you have the right information at the right time, you will also take those steps. Invest in information. Go to conferences. Meet people. Just as I said, I was selling fish, 25,000. I gave them. I met the man. He took me to his farm. He said, I told him that I knew my uncle was one of the richest in our family, and his children studied abroad. We all are at the same level, but my parents couldn't afford abroad, so they could afford a public school in Nigeria. But each time they are traveling to Ukraine, I discovered that they used to pack donkwa, kuli, granite. So when the man told me that, what can you? I said, I can hand donkwa to you. He said, what is donkwa? We called people. He said, Mo, can't you donkwa? Mo. But not in me. So I know it. I can do it for you, and I don't know how to do it. He said, okay, go and produce it. I left Jebode. I went back to my state. I was asking people, I need a woman that can produce donkwa. They showed me an old woman. The woman was producing the donkwa. I was standing watching her like this, but I set up my camera. I was every step and a book. I was documenting everything. I produced those. This donkwa is okay. How can you improve it so that it will not be like the roadside? I said I will add flavors to it. What flavor? I said we can do vanilla, we can do strawberry, we can do ginger, we can do garlic. The man said, that was good, but we love natural flavor that are medicinal. So let's go with pepper. Let's go with ginger. Let's go for the one without ginger. The one without much pepper, that is no spice. And I produced. The man exported to UK. He exported on Tuesday. On Thursday, he called me back that, I'm preparing for another one. I said, only with it. In the store. I said, video, we did video. I saw, myself, I was proud of myself. I was like, that day, the place I was living with my uncle, they began to tell him, exporter new. Exporter lomo. I was proud of myself. I produced something in Nigeria and it got to UK and they can display it. So the man now said, if you are producing the next batch, you will double what you have done. He didn't pay me till today, but I learned some lessons there. So along the line, when I produced the second one, the third one, he called me and said I should send him a mail on how I produce it. I can tell him the procedure, some of the ingredients I'm using. I didn't know anything, a young graduate. Yeah. I sent a mail, very good. I said, that was the last time I heard from him. When I tried to get information, somebody told me that he's already producing it himself. He brought people and follow pattern. And that is how the man. So I had no business, I had nothing. I had to go back and say, what can I do again? What can I do with my life? Okay, I will go and I will get I will go for piggery. That in Edo State, they eat pork very well. I will have a farm, a pig farm, that I will have a lot of pigs. Then people will come and bring trailer. So that pushed me. And I went back to our village that I didn't want to go to construct a pen for piggery. And it was then my masters came on board. I came to UI. In UI, I started the microfinance bank. It failed. They took the money and ran away. I went to Katsina. During Ileya, I brought ramps to Akinyele market. I know Akinyele chairman for the animal market. I have his number and his son. They have house in Agbo there. I went there. I said I want to see the chairman. I saw the chairman. I brought ram from Katsina. We sold ram. We got some money here. The ones we couldn't sell, they sold it. They didn't give us the money. I left that one again. What will I do with my life? I must do something. That's how I landed in soya beans. So where you are now is not the end. It's just the starting point. Where I got for my piggery in Ibadan is where I built my first house. Because when I took an elderly man there and I said to Daddy, it be in was a penny seeking of this elder, so that I will have a pen here. He told me that, can't you see a mosque beside you? They don't have pigs now. This place, you will build house here. That was the way I laid foundation at that time. And I thought that all the money that someone have, the first thing we do is to build house. Don't build house. As an entrepreneur, I'm telling you, me, I failed. The first money you get, don't build house. Oh. Never build house. House is a liability, it's not an asset. Build your business. The space you are getting is for your business. Reinvest your money back into your business. That's a mouse. I can't live there again. You invest into every amount. Management is very important. How to manage finance. Go for lessons. Go for executive meetings. Go learn something. Meet people. It will improve your skills. It will improve whatsoever you are doing. The Lord will help us in Jesus' name. Then, is there any question? Then I want to talk about the red ocean. Okay, you have the question. Yeah. We have what we call the red ocean, and we have the blue ocean. If you want to write, you can write red ocean. You have the question. Let me do this one anyway. We have red ocean. Easy. Red ocean, blue ocean. Does anybody this you know what red ocean, blue ocean? Huh? Tell us. Good afternoon.
Red ocean can spread in the standard industry. Can describe about an industry that you're examining, but that has a lot of users, or has a lot of, or the packet very wide, that has a lot of users. So that's the issue. She was like a bad man, that is not scarcer. I think the only person you like, or the only market. So exactly, one you see the so what am I?
Do you get it, Ma? What do you say? What do you say? So who can give an example of red ocean? Businesses that are already saturated. POS, correct? Say it. Bag making industry. What else again?
Bread.
Bread. Traffic is signing. There are a lot of businesses now that anybody can just start. My office is in the house. Just order online. I will deliver. All those businesses, they are saturated. You need to be looking for blue areas. In the area where you are, what are the blue areas? Okay.